What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be breaking down The Flash's Season 9 Episode 10 trailer. So yeah, guys, just go ahead and get right into it. So the trailer starts out with Barry in the past, and, obviously we knew he would be, but he's talking on the phone to someone. I couldn't imagine who it is, but we see he's quickly distracted as he sees his parents, who are obviously still alive, because this is taking place in the year 2000, so Nora hasn't died yet, and Henry hasn't gone to prison yet either. We then see Barry talking to Joe, who obviously still works at CCPD in this time, and I can't tell if Barry was telling Joe that he's from the future, but he definitely tells either Joe or the person he's talking to on the phone that he's from the future. Now, next we see a shot here of Matt Letcher's Reverse Flash and Barry lined up against each other on a street at nighttime. Now, I thought Matt Letcher was going to be returning in episode 12. That was at least the theory, but it's obviously looking like episode 10 is going to be his big episode, unless he's going to be in more than one episode. That would be awesome. So I'm assuming anyways that this shot here happens later in the episode for obvious reasons, so we'll break that down more in just a second. But next we see another shot of Eobard here, and this version is not a nice guy like the one we saw last season in season 8. This is the Reverse Flash, aka Barry's arch nemesis. And keep in mind, this version is the original timeline Reverse Flash who's traveled back in time to kill Barry as a child. So he's just learned that Barry is the Flash. He just learned Barry's identity. But another thing here, we see Eobard talking to Barry in the daytime in the year 2000, but in Season 1, Reverse Flash and the Flash time traveled at night to go back in time to that night. So it'll be interesting to see if they're going to change up a lot of things about how all of this is going to go down compared to Season 1. But yeah, anyways, Eobard asks Barry, what are we doing in the year 2000? To which Barry responds with, "You brought me here." Now, we know from Season 1 that Reverse Flash did not bring Barry with him. Barry actually followed him back in time, rather. So then following that scene, we see the blue crystal. So maybe that's what put Barry back in the year 2000. Or Barry could be right, and this time Thawne did bring Barry back with him. But nonetheless, even though this is going to be a big Reverse Flash in the Flash episode, we're still going to get a little bit of, cobalt blue, blue crystal, all that stuff starting up, which is going to be cool to see as well. But then Barry finds out that the reason Eobard is here to kill Barry as a child, and all of this is going to be, it's going full circle now, right? This is probably when Barry realizes that this is the moment he's been waiting for his entire life. He's going to fight Reverse Flash, just like how we saw the original timeline Flash do back in Season 1. Now, I'm not exactly sure how they're going to go about this. Are they going to say that our Barry is now the original timeline Flash somehow? Personally, I think that's what they should do, and I think that would definitely make the most sense. Now, the next question, what's Barry going to do in this situation? Obviously, he loves his mother and would probably like to save her again, but he knows what he's supposed to do in order to protect the timeline. He's supposed to save his younger self, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I think Barry's, dealt with his parents' deaths enough, and I think he'll decide to preserve the timeline. If I had to guess, it'll still probably be a really emotional scene with Barry and his parents, which is going to be awesome to see. But yeah, that's still going to be pretty interesting right there. And also keep in mind that this Reverse Flash doesn't know that he's going to kill Barry's mother yet. He came back to this time to kill Barry as a child. He has no intention of killing anyone else. But once Barry gets his younger self away from Thawne, he's going to think that, if Thawne kills Nora, there won't end up being a Flash in the future, so he'll go through with that instead. But yeah, back to the trailer. It looks like Barry's also going to be spending some quality time with his parents, but as Eobard says next, he can't tell them that he's their son, so that's really painful for Barry, obviously, as we get another shot of him here almost pulling a Reverse Flash on the Reverse Flash. So another question, what is the situation going to be like back in 2023? Are we going to get a Flash Missing Vanishes in Crisis article, just like we've seen the past, 9 years? Because, we have no idea how Barry even gets to the year 2000, and we have no idea if Reverse Flash is the cause of it, or, if he's in the year 2023 before he goes back to 2000 as well as Barry. So, yeah, nonetheless, this looks absolutely amazing no matter what happens. I'm also wondering how the blue crystal will play into it and, what its powers are. Like, maybe it can change the timeline, and that's how all of this is possible or something along those lines. But, yeah, nonetheless, it's looking like we're going to be getting a big full circle moment, guys. It's looking like the Flash Flash and the Flash, or sorry, the Flash and the Reverse Flash rather, are going to be going back in time to that night, and all those events are going to be playing out. But this time we're going to see it from a different view. We're going to see it from our Barry being the version that saves his younger self, which is going to be so cool to see. I really didn't think they were going to do this, but it looks like they're going to end up doing it, which is going to be absolutely awesome. Obviously, a lot of people thought this would be the finale of the show, but you know, as long as we're getting it, I think that would be that's still going to be so awesome as well. I do wish we got like a little Reverse Flash origin somewhere in there. Maybe we get that later in the season. Who knows? I do think it's unlikely, but I think a Reverse Flash origin would still be so cool. But nonetheless, this episode, it looks like a big fan service episode, and from the trailer, I think I'm gonna love it. Now guys, lastly, as I'm recording this video, the synopsis for Season 9, Episode 12 came out, and it doesn't really look that interesting at all. I mean, I guess the episode's going to be interesting, but the synopsis doesn't really reveal any new information. It just basically says that Barry is like Team Flash is trying to protect Barry, most likely from something to deal with Cobalt Blue. So yeah, it didn't really give any new information besides that. But anyways, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as your thoughts on the trailer. What did you guys think of it? Are you guys excited for this? I know I am extremely excited. So yeah, just comment all your thoughts on that stuff down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.